With the third pick of the 2022 MLB Draft, the Texas Rangers select Kumar Rocker, a right-handed pitcher from Farragut, Tennessee. The Pittsburgh Pirates have the next selection.
Now that is a wrinkle. Kumar Rocker, selected last year by the New York Mets in the first round, did not sign. The 6'5", 245-pound right-hander who throws 100 miles an hour, selected third overall by the Texas Rangers. When this guy was healthy, he was as dominant as you'll ever see on a college mound. Tony Vitello would tell you that. He saw it up close. Went to independent ball and was able to prove something in about 30 innings of work. His stuff looked electric. He got through his shoulder injury. Dan O'Dowd, what do you make of this shocking selection at number 3?
Well, is it shocking? I mean, last year they took Jack Leiter. There's a pattern here. Obviously, they're building an organization around power starting pitching. Kumar fits that. I mean, he's got a power fastball. He's got 2+ breaking pitches, feel for a changeup, highly competitive, a really good athlete. He's gone through some adversity. That's only going to make him better in the long run. So it is a shock as relates to, we haven't heard this, but really, is it a shock as relates to watching what the Rangers have done last year and kind of moving forward?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, Jack Leiter was in the mix to be number 1 last year and he went top. I think this is a huge surprise.
Well, coming out of the surgery, it's the only reason that's a big surprise. And I think following Jack Leiter and seeing a lot of Kumar is the reason this deal is done, obviously. But, man, I had him number 1 overall. I thought with just a gamble. But this is a great land. When you saw him at Tennessee, and now, what did you see that was so important and impressive?
Again, to me, it's a really tough look on the hitters. Our guys were baffled a little bit. And he came in off a poor start against Georgia, and he had a little extra sense of motivation, and that to me comes from pedigree. I know pedigree is a theme that we're talking about. Your dad doesn't have to play in the big leagues to have a pedigree. His dad was a force on the football field, yes. And his mom's pretty dang smart and competitive too, and I think he's a great candidate for these guys.
So you telling me the bloodlines continue? As we look at the theme building already?
They continue.
It continues.
Is it weird to say it's a pick that you can dream on, Dan?
Well, I think you have to put in perspective, Rangers lost a lot of their picks because of all their free agent signings this winter. So what's interesting with this pick is they kind of said, okay, now you're our guy, because they don't have a lot of picks now until much, much deeper in the draft. For me, that makes it surprising, but obviously they are way comfortable with the medicals. They're way comfortable what this young man has to be. And I'll tell you, this is an organization for me that's on a timeline to try to win sooner rather than later, and I wouldn't be surprised if they push Kumar a little bit as a starter.
Right.
Well, I think this is a conversation that goes pretty deep, too. I mean, they have Seager and Simeon have the same agent. You have Kumar with so they got a relationship going there with that front office. I think that's a big part of this as well. The only gamble is obviously the shoulder. But Greg, I talked about it in the pre-show, and I believe this: when you go through adversity, it makes you better. Mm-hmm. And if he's healthy, he is better than he was at Vandy.
I will tell you that
he's going to be big league ready.
Jim Callis, John Mayo, and Carlos just got their boards completely blown up, though.
Oh yeah,
they're done.